I like my anus. I'm Christian fucking Cage. All I wanted to say, I'm Canadian and stupid. Can you hear me? Can you feel me in your arms? Holding my last breath. All my thoughts of you. My penis, my erection. My cock's exploding in the dark. I miss my children. Ladies and gentlemen, why is Christian Cage's song an Evanescence song? I'll never know. But ladies and gentlemen, MJF, Daddy versus Samoa Joe. And look at that haircut by Brian Cage. I mean, let's face it. What can we say about Brian Cage's haircut that hasn't already been said about a gay Nazi? That's okay. It is a beautiful cut, Brian. Hey, man, you keep wrestling in those ring ropeless VXS fucking wrestling rings or whatever the fuck it's called that Isaac made up. But tonight we're here for an AEW review that will be terrible. Look at that haircut, man. Oh, my God, bro. I'll tell you what, if Hitler were looking for soldiers that would suck a cock, he'd be hired immediately. But it's all good, bro. Another AEW bracket, another useless tournament that no one gives a shit about. But tonight was tonight. It was great to see in the main event tonight a 17-year-old boy against an older one that really never grew up either, that should be running around Washington in Antifa. But they had a main event tonight. It was amazing, quite honestly. And Swerve Strickland came out there and got a little bit real on Hangman Page, but it just wasn't good enough because we already know how much more real CM Punk got on the guy. Man, Adam Page is worthless. Let me tell you something. Adam Page sucks, bro. The guy sells a good power bomb, though, I'll tell you that. But as far as believing the guy in the ring, good Lord. I really do like Adam Hangman Page when it comes to selling and his wrestling. But the Cowboys, he really does have the lost my smile look down, though. I will say that. So there's that one good piece of news that I lost my smile face really is pretty good. He can really do that pretty well. It's almost like he does that every day anyway, and that's why it's so good. You know what I mean? Very bizarre. Anyway, Christian Cage to end the show. It felt like that's really how the show's going to end, man. Is anybody else sick of Nick Wayne? This 18-year-old kid? Why is he on everything? Does anybody know why this kid's everywhere on everything like he's this massive thing? He's out there emulating the same style that I see fucking everybody doing. He does that stupid fucking dumb fucking shit that Kenny Omega does, but I like when Kenny Omega does stuff because I've never seen other people act like that in the wrestling ring, so like it doesn't bother me. But now I see all these fucking young people emulating it. That thing where it's like, oh, we're going to have a fight in the middle of the ring. I'll let you hit me, and you let me hit you, and then I'll measure you with my arm, and then I'll deliver a elbow strike, and it looks fucking stupid as fuck. It's like he's measuring him with his elbow strike and then takes a weird... It's like I'm watching... If anime was a wrestling move, that's what it would be, bro. I feel like when I watch those punches, I'm watching a small American Asian boy who's not going to be laid until he's 27. When he delivers those fucking dumbass jabs or whatever he does. And quite honestly, Kenny Omega does it pretty good, and I know Jim Cornette doesn't like it when he does it, but I like it because it's different, and I know it's a lot of Japanese style, and that's exactly what I'm getting at. It's a fucking lame style that's not going to get over with most people here in this country. So keep doing it, man, and it's going to keep fucking bringing in about 700,000 viewers or less. But hey, do whatever you want. You know, who cares? What do I know? We'll have an 18-year-old go out there and basically look like Kenny Omega. Why is Nick Wayne on fucking everything, guys? Why is he on everything? This is what this fucking company has now? A fucking 18-year-old? Like, every fucking week, this guy, I hear it, Nick Wayne, Nick Wayne, Nick Wayne, Nick Wayne, Nick Wayne. Is this fucking NXT? What are they doing? Fuck Wheeler Yuta, Nick Wayne, Brian Pillman Jr. is another guy who wrestles like this. But they got rid of Brian Pillman Jr. Is that why they got rid of Brian Pillman Jr.? Because they've already got 700 of these people? I'm sorry, dude. I'm fucking annoyed. The Rock is on YouTube TV. That's pretty cool on AMC. I mean, The Rock, the movie, not The Rock. I mean, the movie. I am so fucking annoyed right now. Like, I can't even tell you, bro. First of all, Dominik Mysterio's got to be older, right? How old is Dominik Mysterio? Alexa, how old's Dominik Mysterio?
Dominik Gutierrez, also known as Dominik Mysterio, is 26 years old.
26 years old. Dominik Mysterio. He's 26 years old. Who the fuck just compared him to Nick Wayne, the 18-year-old? Alexa don't even know who Nick Wayne is. Alexa, who's Nick Wayne?
I don't know that one.
No shit, you don't know that one. But guess what? Every week, he's on my fucking TV for 15 minutes. Alexa, who's Nick Wayne?
From imdb.com. Nick Wayne is an American actor born and raised in Indiana.
Wrong! Alexa, who's Nick Wayne?
From imdb.com. Nick Wayne is an American actor born and raised in Indiana.
She don't know was the right answer before that. And now she's quoting some other guy who doesn't exist. Alexa, who's Dominik Mysterio?
Dominik Oscar Gutierrez is an American professional wrestler.
There we go.
He is currently signed to WWE, where he performs on the Raw brand under the ring name Dirty Dominik Mysterio.
She just basically assessed a fucking paragraph. Alexa, how old is Dominik Mysterio?
Dominik Gutierrez, also known as Dominik Mysterio, is 26 years old.
26-year-old Dom. So whoever just compared Nick Wayne, that baby of a white descent, he looks like a pasty Pillsbury. He looks like he was birthed of Pillsbury Doughboy. And listen, my youngest son is paler than the moonlight. I understand as well. But let me tell you something, bro. He's an 18-year-old nobody, and he's on TV every week for 15 minutes to 18 minutes, and he looks just like Kenny Omega in the ring. Wheeler Yuta, Kenny Omega, Nick Wayne, it's all the same thing. Nick Wayne doesn't cut a promo. Wheeler Yuta don't cut a promo. Wheeler Yuta looks like a fucking foot with hair on it. You ever looked at Wheeler Yuta, bro? It looks like his head was compressed into a fucking garbage disposal, and then God put some pubic hair on his face, and then it said, there we go. I think we'll call him Wheeler Yuta. You might as well call him Shang Lang Dickhead. Like, it doesn't fucking, like, Wheeler Yuta. Why not call him fucking Stoic Sadler Man? Like, it's just the fucking worst name ever. Wheeler Yuta. Your name sucks, bro. Any name with a Z or a Y in it sucks. That's because I said so, by the way. And then if you go to Brian Pillman Jr., he's no longer in AEW anymore because he got a little too tubby for AEW. He wrestles the same way, so you'd think, well, Joe, you know, he does the whole thing Kenny Omega does. fucking retard fucking wrestling at this point, bro. I hate this fucking world. I hate fucking wrestling. I hate this fucking world. I hate this show. Tonight, Adam Hangman Page cared more about raising charity for kids in Chicago. You know what you should have done, Adam Hangman Page? You should have bought them all bulletproof vests if you really gave a shit. If you really gave a shit about those kids in Chicago, Adam Hangman Page, you would have bought them bulletproof vests, bro. Because they're all living inside of a gun-free safe zone, except they're getting shot at the highest rate in the country. So you should have done the sympathetic thing, Adam Hangman Page, and bought all those kids a nice bulletproof vest, you trashy failed science teacher fucking flamingo face with your fucking fruitcake butterflies. And man, was it nice tonight to watch Renee Paquette, the remarkable Renee Paquette. Oh my God, she's remarkable. Remarkable she hasn't seen John Moxley OD yet. Remarkable that she hasn't divorced his ass yet. Remarkable that she hasn't seeked full custody of the children yet. The remarkable Renee Paquette. Go out there and basically reimagine the same exact backstage situation that she had with Tony Storm last week and the week before. It's just going to repeat itself. Oh my God, you threw your shoe at me. Supposed to be a cowboy out there looking like a fucking horse in a fucking sex video. Supposed to be a cowboy, but he's out there looking like my daughter's fucking eraser on the top of her pink pencil from one of her classes in school today. Adam Hangman Page looks like he wears the clothes that you'd find in a store called Cowgirls, with his fucking stars all over his shirt. You know what happened? Do you know what happens if you knock Adam Hangman Page out? Do you know what happens if you knock Adam Hangman Page out and then you pull his pants down? And then you spread his ass cheeks open? You see a gigantic rainbow inside of his ass. That's what happens when you knock out Adam Hangman Page, you pull his pants down, you spread his ass cheeks open, you find exactly what you thought you'd find, a rainbow and a welcome sign. That's Adam Hangman Page, and make no mistake about it, there's nothing wrong with that. But Adam, you ain't no cowboy, brother, but you are a cowboy. You are a cowboy. You probably want Swerve to get arrested so that you can then go get arrested too, so you can end up in the same jail cell as him and then pretend like you didn't mean to drop the soap. That's you, Adam Hangman Page, okay? Swerve's going to own you like a bitch, brother. And Swerve had a little trouble talking tonight at times. In fact, one of the people from the crowd said, "You don't even know what to say!" Because Swerve got lost a few times, didn't he, tonight? Again, Nick Wayne was fucking trash, and I don't give a shit about the 18-year-old that I have to look at every single week. But Samoa Joe and MJF went out there, and they just killed it, bro. Samoa Joe and MJF went out there and they crushed it, bro. They nailed it. Well, I think I got it all out of the way. I had a fucking terrible day today. I can't believe I woke up to do this. What else? So where can we go? Well, I had a bad day. I didn't have a good day. My dog has Lyme disease, so that was no good. At least she didn't have heartworm, which is what she went there for originally. So we were like, like hoping to get tested. And so they call us with Lyme disease. Okay, this dog's got Lyme disease. Maybe I've got Lyme disease, and that was fun. And then I watched AEW tonight. I thought about not watching AEW. I thought about, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck everything. Don't even watch this. But I did. I watched AEW tonight. And the main event was an 18-year-old who wrestles like Kenny Omega. That was the main event tonight. An 18-year-old that wrestles like Kenny Omega. Okay. I'm trying to think about the positives of the. Samoa Joe and MJF was really good. I really enjoyed Samoa Joe and MJF. That part of tonight was great. That was. I think that's gonna be the moment of the night. I don't think we could probably really say anything else. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Moxley was out there with AR Fox for like the first 15 minutes. They had a pretty okay match.
How is Leah's cyst? She should name it Nick Wayne.
That's right. That's a great point, Mr. Pico Boulevard. Yeah, she popped it or something like that. Now it's better, and she's treating it and whatever. So she's all right. The dog's not all right, but she's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Was that Mr. Pico who said that? I don't know, bro. Weird thing is, like, Darby's out there with AR Fox. He's out there with Nick Wayne. It's like he's out there with all these people. I saw Ryback call a dirt sheet guy a liar earlier. It was kind of funny watching Ryback say somebody else is a liar when Ryback has done nothing but lie about fucking everything. I understand the promo of Nick Wayne, and I understand Christian. Darby Allin's got this group of whatever the fuck people. I don't know, bro. I didn't really care too much about that. Amy Sakura is back. That's right. Remember, she used to have a mustache and a cane, and she pretended to be the Queen guy, and she came out, and it was, like, embarrassing and stuff like that. Well, Amy Sakura is back, and she came out, and she suckered to fucking Chris Statlander, who once was in a Grimm's Toy Show ring. So that match was over quick for the most part. They got their point across. Chris Statlander beats the jobber, and then we try to tell a story with Jericho and Guevara, and they have a tag match that I didn't really care too much about. This fucking Aussie team, I don't care. And so it is whatever. Jericho tried to wrestle as much as he could. It was almost like Jericho heard a bunch of negative stuff about his Will Ospreay match. Like, oh, Ospreay had to carry him. I'm like, of course he had to be, Of course Ospreay had to step up.
Hey, Joe. Let's dive into some NFL predictions. I got the schedule and Vegas odds pulled up.
Thank you, D. Welsh. I've been wondering about what I'm going to do with the NFL stuff, too, exactly, at this point. Thank you, D. Welsh, for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum. D. Welsh. I don't know what I'm going to do with the football stuff tonight. But I can't believe I'm on the air, to be honest, right now. Renee Paquette was wearing Leaf dress tonight. That was nice. And then we got to the MJF stuff, and then Samoa Joe, and they captivated me for about, I would say, 10, 12 minutes. No, it was about it was about 20 minutes. 20 minutes they took up my time, and I enjoyed it. They could have taken up another 10. I really enjoyed the MJF Samoa Joe stuff. When the Kingdom came out with Roderick Strong, it was kind of funny, I guess. Did the whole neck brace thing. Then, like I said, Renee Paquette repeated her backstage thing with Tony Storm, which I do like the Tony Storm stuff.
Remember them all. It's such a blur, but Renee, we mustn't look Backwards, we must look forwards.
Let's do just that. Let's look forwards. Next week, we know there's going to be a 4-way eliminator match.
I mean, that was pretty funny. I mean, like, Tony Storm's, like, over the top, like, I don't know, bro, like, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious bullshit is killing me for some reason. And that's why they repeated it. I made a joke about it earlier that they repeated the same shit again. But I get why, because that shit's pretty funny. So I liked the Tony Storm stuff as well. I wanted to like the Hangman Adam Page stuff, but I just couldn't because he's just such a dweeby fuck. Adam Hangman Page is just such a lame fuck. He is a fucking teacher. I couldn't figure out why I hated this guy so much. Now I know why. He reminds me of a teacher at school who would pretend like they were this nice, fun teacher that everybody liked. You know, the one the girls liked? Oh, Mr. Smith or whatever. Because he's like 32 years old and like looks younger. And the girls like him. They all whisper about him in class and stuff. And the guy seems to be really sweet. But you know, he's also one of those white knighty, douchebaggy type of people. That's exactly who Adam Page reminds me of. Fuck, I don't like this guy. He's great in the ring, though. I like his in-ring wrestling, and I like stuff. But honestly, bro, and I think Swerve did a pretty decent promo, but it was like, it kind of like wavered a little bit at times, but it was all right. I want to see Swerve beat the shit out of him, dude. I don't even want to see Swerve beat him up. I want to see Adam Page go to Chicago and have a bunch of fucking dudes who look like Swerve come up to him, but it's not but it's real. That's what I want to see. So, whatever.
Shit bomb.
That's where I'm at with him.
Nick Wayne versus Luke Rojas virginity on a pole match.
Oh, yeah, bro. Trust me. I know Luke Rojas would win because he at least wrestles differently than Kenny Omega and every other douchebag who looks just like Nick Wayne. Okay? Nick Wayne obviously has been, let's say some positive things about Nick Wayne. He's been really good at selling, I think. He's done a really good job of selling his visually and on camera for an 18-year-old. It's pretty fucking good. But it's the fact that he's so emulated Kenny Omega that it's, and I don't like that style, that it bothers me. I don't know. I'm probably just in a bad mood. You put Nick Wayne on like NXT or on like, I don't know, some indie show somewhere, and I'm like, that guy's fucking great. But you put him on AEW Dynamite main eventing constantly and stuff like that, and you're going to piss me off. I don't know, bro. CM Punk's, whatever he's doing next is more interesting than this show. That's what sucks. Hangman is Nick Wayne's history teacher. That's funny. Exactly. Brian Pillman Jr., Nick Wayne, they all look like people that think they're Kenny Omega. They all do the same thing as Kenny Omega. Joe Hangman was a art teacher. Seriously, Nick Wayne came from GCW. They used him, talked him up a lot. He's basically the same AEW did with Daniel Garcia when Garcia arrived. Maybe. Garcia he's another one, dude. These are people that just aren't going to get over because they have the personality of Lance Storm. Like, you can only have so many people that, like, okay, he got no personality, but he can wrestle so well that it will be okay. You know what I mean? That's like Wheeler Yuta, now Nick Wayne, Daniel Garcia. I mean, how many of these guys can you line up and have? Where are the characters? Where are the characters? Where are the people that are going to make you feel something? No, it's just an army of slugfesters. I call them slugfesters. Chops and slaps and flip-flops. That's it. I don't know, bro. AEW sucks now. MJF was good. Samoa Joe was good. I can't believe that we're starting to see a turning in the tide. We are starting to see a turning in the tide to where it used to be that WWE sucked every week and WWE was terrible, but AEW was awesome and entertaining. I can't believe that we're at this point now. It used to be that way, and it was like, when will WWE ever get better? And now it feels like, to me, it's like sometimes AEW is like just whatever. And WWE has more interesting stuff starting to kind of go on a little bit. And it's very strange because for the last 4 years, it's been all AEW. And the only thing good about WWE was their pay-per-views. And now it feels like a lot of AEW is like that. And now you just wait for the AEW pay-per-view. Like, just wait for the pay-per-view. That'll be pretty good. But, like, the week-to-week show is like, what? I don't know. The most interesting thing in wrestling is CM Punk getting in a fight backstage. Last year, it was the most interesting thing. This year, most interesting thing. And we can't get any resolution from it. Instead, we got Nick Wayne in the main event. I think that AEW was all right tonight in a way. I thought it was maybe a 6 out of 10 show or a 5 out of 10. Maybe a 6. I don't know. I'm trying really hard to think of things to say to talk about as far as AEW goes. Now we got Rampage, Collision. The ratings on AEW are bad. They're going to get worse, it feels like. I tweeted them out earlier. Let me go look. Let's look for the things I tweeted out. If you guys want to donate, the Streamlabs link is at the top of the chat. It's up there. Or you can use Super Chat and all that stuff if you want to use Super Chat. But if you want to send it right to me, it says whatever. It's at the top. I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this stupid fucking shit. Did I tweet it? Did I retweet it out? Here it is. Let's take a look. Samoa Joe and MJF was great, though. I really, really thought that was awesome. Via WrestleNomics, PW Insider, WrestleOps tweeted this out, and I happened to see it earlier. The opening quarter of this past Saturday's episode of AEW Collision drew 472,000 viewers. Now, you guys will remember I talked about this and said I was starting to guesstimate how many people would be watching. And I said, they would have a tough time because of the Labor Day weekend. But usually there's, what did I say, guys? I was pretty fucking close. I said they normally get like 400, 500,000 people watching or whatever it was. And I said if CM Punk was going to be on the show, it probably would be up a little bit. But everyone's going to be tuning in to hear about the CM Punk thing, but a lot of people won't be tuning in because Payback is on, and a lot of people won't be tuning in because it's Labor Day weekend. So I said that I thought the show was going to get about the same viewership it normally gets. And that's about what happened, except the second half of the show dropped drastically compared to what it normally does. So after Tony Khan announced that he fired CM Punk, 89,000 people tuned out, down to 383,000 viewers, a loss of 19% of the audience, which is about 60,000 more people than usually tune out. The show went below 250,000 viewers by the end of the final quarter. So they lost almost everybody, and almost everybody was gone. So next week, you can probably expect around that as well, because next week won't be Labor Day. There won't be WWE Payback. So I'm going to say that next week they do 450,000, right? 450,000 next week, maybe. And and even if they did 500,000, that's still not too bad yet, but then you'll start seeing it go down after that, probably. That's my guess. And I believe that because next week they won't have Labor Day to compete with. They won't have WWE Payback to compete with, but they also don't have CM Punk. So you'll see the show this Saturday probably drop a 450. That's what I believe. And then it may even drop really low like it did here by the end of the show if there's not something compelling at the end of the night. Then next week you'll probably see it drop to the 300,000s eventually. And you'll have a Saturday night Collision show that's in the 300,000s. That's a couple 100,000 away from Impact fucking Wrestling numbers. Good job, you fucking retards at AEW. You fucking idiots. Because you couldn't figure out a way to not fucking piss off CM Punk and to flip people out backstage. Because nobody could get along the right way. And you're fucking scared for your lives. Then you got football to compete with on top of that. There's a brand new $3 donation that Tony Khan fears for his life. Not good for Collision. In the next couple of weeks, most likely you will see Collision fucking collide with the goddamn ground of the earth, ratings-wise. Just like my show. Just like my show. They don't deserve to be on the air. I don't deserve to be on the air. I don't deserve to breathe air. Tony Khan doesn't deserve to be a billionaire, whatever the fuck he is, because he's become I mean, like, at first I really like Tony Khan for giving us an alternative show to watch and all this sort of thing, but you know what? I'm so sick of fucking billionaires and millionaires and people out there. You know, I wish I'd get abducted and killed by a billionaire. I want Elon Musk to buy me, and then I'll sign a contract that says that he can do whatever he wants to me. He can cut me and choke me in front of my family, and then he can put lipstick on me, and I can become his ragdoll gay puppet for his sexual fetishes that he has. I'll put a ball and chain in my mouth, a ball gag in my mouth for Elon Musk, and I'll just do whatever they want. I'll put a fucking ball gag. I'll take all the cum shots you want to throw at me, Tony Khan, and everybody else, and I'll just be dragged around like a dog on the sidewalk. It'll be great. Was there something else I was gonna say? I don't even remember. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Either way, I guess I would give AEW Dynamite tonight a 6 out of 10 for MJF and Samoa Joe being entertaining. The Renee Paquette backstage interview, I thought that was good. Darby had a pretty good match, I guess, but it was with Nick Wayne. Roderick Strong was somewhat entertaining with his neck brace, I guess. And then that's about it, I think. I mean, Swerve had a promo. Swerve was pretty good. Adam Hangman Page I hate the guy. He, literally makes me physically sick. Oh, my God. We plan the spot all day. Makes me hurt inside. Oh, my God. Allison Tuckbomb. Allison Tuckbomb.
Wrestling starting to suck. It used to be fun. I can't wait till NFL comes, but that even goes fast. Then you gotta wait for someone. I am going to be watching Aaron Rodgers all year and see if he can get to the Super Bowl if you weren't married and ask you out.
Oh, Allison, let me tell you something. I can push her down the stairs at any minute, and you know what I mean? And because I'll take a sugar mama any day, Allison. You see, it's right now grinding it out with 3 jobs isn't exactly fun right now. And, I feel like you could be the sugar mama. So, I don't know, man, Allison. Any day she could go down the stairs. You know what I mean? Whoops. Allison Tuckwob. Allison Tuckbomb coming in. I agree, Allison. I think I am ready for the, football season to begin and ready to talk football. I think I'm going to have we're going to do the predictions for the football for Sunday. And then, of course, tomorrow night's game is going to be very bizarre. Allison, thank you for the $99.99. A big bomb, Allison. Thank you, Allison. I think Detroit versus Kansas City, the Chiefs tomorrow, is going to be very interesting, man, because Travis Kelce is, he's hurt and he's questionable, and, Kansas City is banged up to start this season, and Detroit should be ready to do something. So, man, it's going to be really interesting to see who's ready to go tomorrow night for Kansas City. If they don't have Travis Kelce, then they're going to have some issues. Mahomes is going to be scrambling around everywhere. He's going to have some people to throw to, but it's going to be they're going to be more heavy on the run, I feel like. And I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting night tomorrow night, depending on who's not going to be injured or whatever. Thank you, Allison, for the $99.99. If you guys want to donate, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Use the Streamlabs link that's pinned to the top of the chat, guys. I also have a poll up. You can vote on AEW, what you thought of AEW tonight, and I'm going to show the poll in a minute. So get ready for that. Vote on the poll, and then use the donation link at the top of the stream. You can donate with Super Chat if you'd like. You'll give Google 30%, and But if you want to send me a dono now, use Streamlabs at the top of the chat right now. It'll be great. Mr. Pico says Detroit by 3. Wow. That's pretty crazy. A lot of people think CM Punk needs to respond to everything. He really needs to go and respond to all this stuff that's happened. Knowing Punk, he just kind of disappears and doesn't give a shit. That's what he's done every other time. So, is he really going to ever say anything about this anywhere? Because he doesn't seem to do that. So, I would think he would respond and say something, but that's me. I guess, he doesn't seem to do that. He just goes, fuck you, I'm out. Fuck, I don't give a shit. He don't care. He don't care about needing to tell people stuff or whatever else. But I don't think we're going to hear. I don't know. I don't think we're going to hear much. He did, he did do that when he left WWE. He did the Colt Cabana podcast with his so-called best friend. But we all know how, nobody's really a best friend when they're, I'm not even going to insinuate anything, but if you know. Nobody's really best friends, You know what I mean? When there's a lawsuit to be had, nobody's really best friends. Do you know what I'm saying? With people like Punk. Let's throw D. Welsh on the show real quickly so he can tell us about the football game tomorrow. I'll be on there in a minute, D. Welsh. Adam Page shops at TJ Maxx. Yo, Evo General. Yeah, the show was, I mean, I guess it was watchable tonight. I thought the main event was terribly weak, and it was watchable, but it does feel like, I don't know, I just feel underwhelmed a bit. Samoa Joe and MJF was great, though. Samoa Joe and MJF were great. Shout out to Allison Tuckwab for that $99 super chat. That's the top one. Thank you, Allison. Jericho tried to get Punk on Talk Is Jericho for the 20th time. Yeah, I don't think Punk is going on Jericho's show. Didn't Jericho vote for Trump? So that means CM Punk hates Chris Jericho, right? So, yeah, I don't think so. CM Punk won't talk to somebody who voted that way. No way. Probably calls Jericho a racist, too. Like he calls AJ Styles a racist. AEW was good tonight. Barely gets a thumbs up. 12% and 42% equals 54, I think. But I am a retard, so I could be wrong. So just gets a thumbs up, barely, tonight. Which is, once again, we're starting to trend downward a bit with AEW. AEW used to be quite a bit differently. So that is strange. You're telling me FTR didn't vote for Trump, says Pepsi Man? I don't think so, because they've said some crazy things about all these. At least one of them didn't. The other one didn't. The Dash or whatever, or Cash. I don't fucking don't remember anymore with which one is which. One of them did not. But I just know that CM Punk is petty, and if you vote a certain way, the guy like freaks out. I'm pretty sure. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know why CM Punk just gets enraged about people then randomly. I don't know. Maybe AJ Styles really is a racist then. I'm not really sure, according to CM Punk. So, you know, maybe they know something I don't know. Crazy. Wow, former Bills wide receiver Mike Williams passed away at only 36 after sustaining injuries from an accident working on a construction site. What the fuck? That's crazy that the guy was working construction. Was he only in the NFL for a little while? I thought he was in the NFL for a bit. Jesus Christ. Breaking news, a group files a lawsuit seeking to bar Trump from running for president. What group is that? The Nazis? Okay, so that was AEW Dynamite. Not true, he's still alive as of last night. What? The guy's still alive? Why does it say he's dead? Why does it say he's dead? All right, let's see what let's see what D Welsh has to say about Kansas City and Detroit tomorrow night on Thursday Night Football. And then Friday night, I will get into the football weekend, week 1. Friday night, we'll do it. Friday night, here for a little bit. And but right now, let's get in. We can talk a little bit about this Detroit Lions Kansas City game tomorrow night. That's Kansas is banged up. What's up? What up, Welsh? What's up, babe?
I think tomorrow night's gonna be really definitely interesting. I'm taking Detroit for tomorrow night just because Kansas City is so banged up.
Shit, bomb.
It probably won't
Nick
have
Wayne
Travis
should ride
Kelce.
2 of the shows with
My
Jeff
bad.
Hardy.
I'm sorry. Mr. Pico Boulevard donated. Nick Wayne should ride 2 of the shows with Jeff Hardy. Yeah, Nick Wayne should ride drunk with Jeff Hardy, and they can drive through neighborhoods. That'd be great. Mr. Pico Boulevard, thank you for the $2, man. Mr. Pico, he just wanted to talk over you. Allison Tuckwab with the $99.99. The bombs away earlier. Hit that like button down below. Okay, D. Welsh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm taking Detroit for tomorrow night, and I'll tell you why. Travis Kelce probably won't play. It sounds like he's not playing at this point. He's still questionable, but he probably won't play. Chiefs star defensive tackle Chris Jones won't be playing. He's holding out for probably more than half the year for money. So he's out. Detroit's got a stacked team this year. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamison Williams is suspended for the first 5 games, but with a coach like Dan Campbell, Detroit's probably got a better chance tomorrow night because of the situations with Kansas City's questions on defense and offense.
Yeah, this is gonna be this is a tough one for fantasy. Like Kansas was a go-to last year. Kansas City was a go-to on fantasy for me last year, but this game's gonna be rough. I don't know, man. I think this is going to be lower scoring than you would think, right? Because I normally would think this game could be high scoring, or like let's say Kansas City was fully healthy, everybody was there. I would think Kansas City could win this game like 30-27 or 30-24 or something like that. But now, I'm starting to wonder if this game is going to be like 17 or 22 Kansas City to Detroit's 28, something like that.
As of right now, the Vegas odds have Kansas City favored 5.5. So Detroit's getting a 5.5. It's fluctuating between 4.5 and 5.5. But as of 1 hour ago, the Vegas odds have Kansas City 5.5. So Detroit is the underdog for tomorrow night at +5.
Yeah, Detroit is the underdog still. Okay. I still have my picks on fantasy in favor of Kansas City. I do. I have 75% Kansas City as far as my picks go. So I am still leaning towards Kansas City. I really am. I am still leaning towards them, but it's going to be, you know what I mean? The more I think it really comes down to Kelce. I think if they don't have Kelce, they're in trouble, which is crazy, but I think I don't know, man. I've got Kansas City picked as of right now. So, but you got Detroit.
I got Detroit picked because their defense is better from last year. Their offense still has some questions, but it's probably going to be better with Jahmyr Gibbs at running back. They got a few more weapons. Dan Campbell is improving as a head coach. So I think Detroit really has a good shot at winning the NFC North this year.
Well, I'm going to say I'm going to say Kansas City 27 and Detroit Lions 17. That's what I'm going to say. How about that?
I'm gonna go with Detroit 24, Kansas City 21. I think Detroit wins on the last second possession.
Bam. All right. Well, this will be fun to see who is correct tomorrow night or come Friday, and then Friday, Welsh. I might talk a little bit about the weekend, potentially. I think, or I'll do it Saturday. That way I can do SmackDown. Come home from work Saturday, do the Saturday. I'm not really sure. It was a crazy day today. I expected to do this. I expected to go on in the daytime today and do the football stuff and then come on and do AEW only tonight. But everything with my dog and stuff was going on, so I got really busy earlier. But you sexy
I'll be off
guy.
on Friday, so if you want to do something Friday, I'm definitely game for that.
All right, everybody. Who do you think's gonna be right, Welsh or Joe? I could be wrong. All right, man. Well, hey, dude, I appreciate it, and you have a good night. I'll talk to you soon, and fuck Rojas's family.
All right, Jim.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Hell yeah,
All right,
Welsh.
dude.
Thank you, man. I love that, man. D. Welsh coming in to give his thoughts. Really appreciate it. First of all, D. Welsh is one of the top donators of this show, one of the top supporters, and he knows his shit, motherfucker. D. Welsh. And we'll find out who was right. We'll put our bets down, our picks down. And that's about it. I don't think I can pretend to be happy or excited any longer. So, 6 out of 10 AEW for me. And you saw the ratings, 296. I want to shout out to Allison Tuckwab for that big super chat bomb that came down earlier. And just gets a thumbs up AEW tonight from you guys. Just barely. Crazy how things are changing right now in the wrestling world. And that's about it. I think that's it. I'll have more to say. I don't have anything to say. I'll see you guys later. Man, wow. Sorry, brother. Have a good night. MJF and Samoa Joe was the star of the show tonight. They were wonderful. They really did a great job, those two. They look great. Appreciate it. Samoa Joe. Oh.
Hey, a lot of you are sounding like your mothers right now, so relax.
I knew that was coming. Aaron Rodgers, we're going to watch him closely for Allison this season. No doubt about it. Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be a big time. We're going to be watching Aaron Rodgers all season for Allison. Trust me. Trust me. Jake the Snake. Travis Kelce has fallen. Yeah. The ratings for AEW crash. The ratings for everything crashes. Good night, everybody. I am the scumbag, and I'm out. Well, there you go. Good night.